So, hey everyone, as James said already, my name is Natasha. I lead customer success for EMEA at SalesLoft. If you guys haven't heard of SalesLoft before, you're going to learn a good deal about us in the next 10 minutes. James mentioned this already. We are the #1 sales engagement platform. Essentially, what we do is we enable organizations to drive pipeline, to manage deals, to engage with customers, essentially to increase revenue. If you think about your CRM, or if you think about Salesforce as your system of record, we sit on top of that as your system of execution. And we're built really to enable your teams to maintain or increase the level of activity whilst not really compromising on that value piece, that personalization that we know leads to the best possible buyer and customer experience. As James mentioned, so I'm joined on stage today by the wonderful Pete Sadler, who leads customer and product marketing at Advanced. Pete looks after a number of things in Marketing Advanced, but for important context for today, he leads the marketing operations team. Advanced, again, just in case you don't know, they're a software and services company. So they provide managed services and outsourcing across a number of industries in the UK. Think everything from the NHS all the way through to education. And so their software actually makes a difference to millions of lives across the UK, and they touch almost every single person, which is incredible. Pete and Advanced have been a customer of ours for just over a year. They leverage SalesLoft through their full revenue cycle. So everything from BD all the way through to account management. And so I'm just thrilled to have Pete here to tell you a bit more about their journey and their experience with SalesLoft. So Pete, thank you so much. Start us right at the beginning. What has your journey looked like, and what problems were you looking to solve before you became a SalesLoft customer?
Okay, right. Thanks for the introduction, and hi everybody. Bit of context. In 2015, Advanced was acquired by Vista Equity Partners, and we underwent from that point one of the biggest transformations of any business in the UK. So we moved away from a vertical business unit structure into functional teams. We moved into flagship regional offices, and we recruited literally hundreds of new people. There were many of them, it's their first job, and they were recruited because of their behaviours and their attitude, not necessarily because of the experience or the qualifications that they had. And that's significant to our SalesLoft journey. So as you said, Natasha, we've got range of solutions across lots of industries. Those new people were joining teams, and many of them going into our business development area, and some of them quite rapidly after that into our sales team. So we needed to get them productive quickly and to be making an impact as soon as they possibly can. To give us a bit more context, we've launched 20 new cloud solutions in the last 2 years. So just getting people up to speed with those things. So the two key challenges were, first of all, how do we give our customers and our prospects the very best experience they can get buying from us? And that should be based on best practice and really refocusing on what they are looking for from our people. And that is from a team that is relatively inexperienced, albeit with good experienced leaders in there. And specifically to grow the value of Advanced, one of our key objectives last year was to improve the output of our business development team by 25%. So we wanted 25% more leads from our team in 2019.
I love that. So big, lofty goals. You wanted to increase the leads in that BD team. You knew you had an inexperienced team, so you needed a really good way of onboarding people quickly, ensuring consistency. Once you'd figured this problem out, how did you then go about reviewing the market, and how did you then decide on a solution and decide on SalesLoft?
Right. Well, we were very lucky. So I was very lucky in that because we're part of Vista, I was on a Vista training course in Chicago, late 2018. Secondly, I was very lucky because the chief revenue officer at the time from SalesLoft walked into the room and gave us a presentation on best practice in sales and how cadences best works. It was a fascinating piece of research, and I think it's still on your website, actually. Really worth going to have a look at. And when he was presenting, once I'd got over the fact that he looked an awful lot like Chris O'Dowd, once I'd got over that fact and actually started tuning in, the challenges he was describing were absolutely advanced. So this is us. So we when we started talking to you then, we really believed in the ROI. We knew the pains, we felt them every day, and we could see them. The system was obviously really easy to use. So for salespeople, for business development people, they could get up and running with it really quickly, and their admin time was cut right down. But we knew that from the insights that we could get from the way the guys were using it, combined with the data insights that we get from Salesforce, our CRM, and from Marketo, our marketing automation platform, we knew we would be able to very quickly see what was working, what wasn't working, and build that best practice really quickly. Things like Vidyard and Live Call Studio were the icing on the cake when we looked at SalesLoft.
And it's interesting because you've mentioned ROI. You talked about some of your goals from the outset. Talk us through, like, what results have you seen? How's this impacted growth for Advanced?
Yeah, so 25% target, we hit 31%, which was fantastic. That wasn't all down to SalesLoft. Well, we had a new director, Dolly, joined us at the time we were implementing SalesLoft. She embraced it and made it work. Rob Cummerson, our head of marketing operations, worked tirelessly to get the system implemented, but also to work the dashboarding, training of the team that goes around it. We also now convert leads at a much faster rate. So we're converting leads into the sales team at 80%, which was previously at 60%. So we're giving our sales colleagues better leads and improving our win rates as well. If I think about the last few months and lockdown and moving this inexperienced team to work from home, and if I think about trying to do that without SalesLoft, I shudder, to be honest. It's made a huge difference. So the team have been able to show what they're doing, and which is really important when you're struggling to get results. But their team leaders have been able to put their arms around them, look after them, ensure that they're getting the coaching that they needed, albeit they're now scattered all around the UK. And right now, we're starting to see the green shoots of recovery, and SalesLoft gives you a really early indication of that. We can see prospects starting to engage with our emails, with our social media. So it's given us a really early insight into the green shoots of recovery that we're all looking for.
I love that. And obviously, it's music to my ears hearing the success you've had with SalesLoft. I'm sure there's a lot of people at Advanced loving it as well, and probably setting you even bigger goals for the next 12 and 24 months.
Yeah.
Talk me through, like, what's next? What are you going to do next to help fuel more growth?
3 key things. One is to roll the system out further into our sales team. We're looking particularly at our customer base, taking our customers to the cloud at the speed that they want to work at. So we're working with our account management team around cadences for migrations to the cloud. We've also got ourselves, as marketeers, we've got ourselves involved in onboarding, implementation, and customer success. So we can use SalesLoft to implement, to help our customers get early value from our products. And once this product is the solution is implemented for them, also using SalesLoft to do the simple repetitive tasks at best practice levels as we look after them in life. So if you think about it, we'll use SalesLoft right from the very first time we talk to them as a salesperson, through implementation, into their ongoing experience with us, which we hope will be long and happy.
Yeah, I love that. And that's obviously what we do here. So it's always so nice to hear other customers following through that whole journey. Very last quick question before we sign off. What's it been like being a SalesLoft customer?
Well, I'm here today, so it's great. I think if imitation is the biggest flattery, then that story I've just told about from sale implementation through to customer success has been what we've experienced from you. So you've pushed us every step of the way to move quickly, to get value from the system and to continue to get value from the system. And that's our vision. That's what we're trying to achieve with our customers. So that's the biggest compliment I can pay to SalesLoft, is that we're trying to copy you.